So far we have the gas tank off, gas tank cover, top of the airbox, the stacks. All of that is off. We're removing the rest of the airbox right now, but it looks like it's attached to the piece over here. So I'm gonna take off the side fairings first. This is the harness that goes to the top. I've been labeling stuff. You know, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Airbox right, airbox left, tank right, tank left. This is a part of the Pizzazz fuel system. So just want to do a little check-in here. I'm about to remove the side fairings, both sides. So we just got the side fairings off. Both side fairings. If you've ever done OEM plastics on a motorcycle, you know how much of a pain in the butt it is, and that was a complete pain in the butt. It's always the small things that you get stuck on. So this bike there's like valves in the, there's like flappers in the intakes here, and this is the actuator that controls it, and there's a little vacuum line that's on it. And getting the vacuum line off on both sides was just so hard. It was welded on there. This thing wouldn't come out. It was just, you know, one of those, you get stuck on it. And then also just getting the fairings off was tricky. So these are the vacuum lines that go to it. But now they're off. Intake box is off. Now we're gonna assess what to do next. Probably remove the throttle bodies and injectors and stuff. Clear that out. Take this bottom piece off. We'll drain, I guess, whatever oil or coolant is in there and keep moving forward. So we've just been continuing the disassembly. The throttle bodies are off. Fuel injectors are off right there. I'm just continuing to take out wires and label them. I've gotten to the point where I'm gonna drain the coolant now. So I got my bucket. Coolant drain is down here. So I'm gonna drain the coolant because I'm gonna start taking off coolant lines and just keep moving forward. So coolant drain, continue taking off plugs, then get to the starter, take off this coolant hose, and we'll just keep moving. Drain, drain, drain away. Be gone, coolant. All right, radiator out, drained, had minimal spillage. It's over there dripping into the bucket. So next, I don't know what's gonna be next. I think we'll take off the exhaust now. Take off the headers, take off the mid and tailpipe. Get that out of the way. We have a better view of the hole that's in the engine. All right, exhaust system is out. Really pretty easy. Bolt there, take those off. So just took the front sprocket bolt off. This is where it pays to have the right tool. A ginormous impact. It smacked it once and boom, just came right out. Didn't have to worry about holding the chain or holding the wheel or anything in place. So now I'm gonna remove that. I've been taking some stuff off over here and we'll just keep trucking. Okay, so we have gotten to the point where we are ready to remove the engine. Everything is out up here. Radiator, exhaust, everything's unconnected, labeled, everything's free that needs to be free, hanging out. So now we just got this bolt, a bolt down below, and we're gonna have the engine out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you on a stand over here, time lapse it. Alright, we got her out. That wasn't too bad. You know, a bit dicey, I guess, one person with the jack. But it's out. There's a big old empty void for a new motor. Okay, so now that the motor's out, there's really only a couple things I need to do before putting it in. Like I'm gonna swap the starter, put the starter on this one doesn't have one on it. I am gonna need to put like the regulator or the rectifier into this one, but I can do that once it's on the bike. And I'll kind of look over what else I need to swap, but I think most of it I can do once it's in the bike versus having to do it right now. So far it's gone pretty smooth. I started today at about 11. I went home to have some lunch at like 12:30. Right now it is just about to turn over to 4. So it's gone pretty smooth so far. So I'm just gonna look over the motors, look at what I need to swap, and then I think roll this one over and start putting it in today. Look at the hole in the block. I have the exhaust off. It's in there, not without struggle. Got the engine bolts in, both sides. I couldn't figure out what it was getting hung up on for the longest time. Now you can see engine bolt are all in. And it was getting caught on this dumb hose clamp was hitting this part of the frame, and I saw it, but I didn't really think it was stopping it. But eventually I took this hose clamp off, spun it around, and it slid by, and now it's in. But that was definitely more of a struggle. I was fighting with it for like 20-30 minutes at like the same spot, trying to make it not fall off the front stand and the rear stand on there, using the jack and whatnot. But it definitely feels really good that it's in. Woo! And now we will move on. We'll start putting stuff away. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep going today or if I'm gonna end today and come back tomorrow. I mean, I'm definitely come back tomorrow, but how much more I want to do today. All right, peace.